So sometimes you really just got to take your own advice. Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to the Unfinished Projects Club. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jen. This channel is all about unfinished projects, rotating hobbies, and doing what we can when we can, even when we're kicking and screaming and not really wanting to, but we know we should. So no pressure to be productive. Grab your project, your drink, or just listen along. So I don't know how long today's attempting progress will be, because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I am tired, kind of got a little busy at work, got a little overwhelmed by real life, because as we all know, real life happens around here. And almost did not film this. But here I am, showing up. Just like I was talking about in my video last Saturday. Showing up, making yourself a priority. If you have not watched my Taking Back Your 5 to 9 video, head on over and check it out. It was some decent advice, I think, from someone who is very bad at making time for themselves and making themselves a priority. But anywho, how's everyone doing? Hopefully well. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I thought this was rather fitting. So, what am I working on? Well, I am working on my March canvas from the Diamond Design Co. If you all recall, I have the year-long project I am working on, getting all those canvases completed over the course of a year. They are each about 20 by 20 centimeters. So they are nice, small to snack-sized canvases. And so far, I've been pretty good about getting them done. So let's see if I can get this one done too. I just have a very small start here in the upper corner. I did the white background up here last night before my husband wanted to sit down and binge watch our show. And now I'm just kind of filling in the in-between parts. What I am using, I am probably going to have to either throw names or links up on the screen for you because I cannot remember everything. But I am using a mini from Jim's Handmade Pens on Etsy. My multi-placer is a Diamond Art Club multi-placer. I believe it's an 8-place, 7 or 8 place. And over here, I have a single placer from that same shop on Etsy that for some reason is always on the tip of my tongue, but I can never remember. That I got the curved multi-placer from last week. I'll throw that link up here on the screen for y'all. Let me refocus for you real quick because I just realized I did not do that. So let's fix that, shall we? All right. Hopefully that's working. Anywho, yeah, I'll throw the name of it. But they also make single placers, and this is with a stainless steel tip, I believe. So I keep bending brass tips, y'all. I mean, I have a whole bunch of them. So I just decided to throw this in here. For my putty, I'm using a new scent from Black Dahlia Diamond Art. I'm using their March scent of the month, Galactic Skies, and it smells oh so good. Still liking Black Dahlia. It's been kind to me. It doesn't stick to my canvas nearly as much as other putties do. You can tell when it's time to change it out, though. It does get soft and a little gooey, but that's not the putty. I mean, that's nothing wrong with the putty. That's just because I don't change putty unless I'm absolutely forced to. And that's, it telling me that it's time. So I was noticing that on another project I was working on. I was like, ooh, this is getting kind of soft and sticky. Must be time. I'm also I got a new tray from Admiral Zest. This is their March launch limited edition tray. Sorry. It's cute, and I like Admiral Zest trays. I know it's not green, but I do have my trash tray that's green. So how's that? My green tray was otherwise occupied, so I didn't grab that. And I'm using a bunch of green drills, so that would have made life a little difficult. So yeah, I'm here again. Don't know how long this is going to be. Probably not very long. I don't have a whole lot to update y'all with. And I'm having a day. It's just me being me. You know how it goes, y'all. Sometimes we spiral. We second guess everything. And I have been doing that a lot this past week. I'm just dealing with some stuff. And again, as I mentioned, I'm trying to remember to make myself a priority because that is important. If I can't take care of myself, I can't take care of everybody else. All right? So what have I been doing this week? Well, I believe when I filmed my attempting progress whip and chat last week, that was the day I took off. I ended up taking 2 days off last week, but not intentionally. I went to a memorial service with my husband on Friday, so I ended up taking that day off too. At first, I didn't think he cared about me going, but then he made a comment that he'd like for me to be there, so I, of course, went. I really didn't know the man that passed away. It's a former co-worker of his. I've met him a couple of times, but still, I knew it was important for my husband to have the support. And so I, of course, took the day off so I could be there for him. So yeah, I ended up taking a couple days off last week. Did not intend to. One of them was just me being lazy. But it is what it is. We are in Tech Week. Anybody who has any kids in drama knows my Floof's musical that he is a techie for. He keeps telling me he's the unofficial official stage manager. Is this weekend. So he basically will be coming home from school whenever they're done for the day. Now, anybody who has watched some of my earlier whip and chats knows he does not go to school close by. We don't live in the district. It's a whole story. It's a whole thing. So he's really got to keep on top of this to let us know when to go get him, because I live about 25 minutes away from his school. His dad lives even further. So I don't want him there waiting needlessly, but it is what it is. If he can't keep on top of that, I guess that's kind of his own issue, right? But yeah, it's Tech Week. I don't know if I'm going to go see the play or not. He's not in it. I'm gonna wait and see what life brings this weekend. I know my older college boy wants to come home because he wants to see it. His girlfriend's in it. His brother's techie. He knows a lot of the people in it. Although he expected to be able to go to the cast party, and that is just not going to work out because he's got to get back to school. So, and his timeline is going to be very dependent on what either dad or myself, whoever brings him back on Sunday, is willing to do, because I know I don't want to be driving back and forth at 8 o'clock at night. So, yeah. I think dad's actually taking him back, though, so maybe his dad's nicer than I am. So what is everyone up to this week? What did you get up to this past weekend? I did not a whole lot. I got a haircut. I'm always on the lookout for someone who is good at cutting curly hair. My hair is being difficult these days because of, the change, and it needs all the help it can get. Although I did discover that one of the problems I'm having with my hair is actually regrowth. Go figure. We're going to have an AB right now. I have a head full of baby hairs, about 1.5 to 2 inches long, just sticking out the top of my head, sticking through all my hair. This AV is going to probably stick to my glue dot. Let me try and fix that a little. Yeah, she was showing me all the baby hairs all over my head. I was like, holy moly. Don't know where that came from, but hey, I'm not going to argue. But yeah, so I have baby hairs sticking through my regular hair, kind of like, a dog that just shed. I'm sure that disrupts the curl pattern a bit. This is all going to be fairy dust, right? Or pixie dust, fairy dust. The dusty drills right here. And these are gorgeous. They're like an evergreen dusty drill. Look at this, man. Oh, gorgeous. Anyway. So yeah, I tried her out. She did a good job. I'm liking the hair. My problems with my hair aren't any person's fault. It's just my hair, the curls don't seem to want to curl anymore. And I don't know what to do with that. I have been going through product after product after product, trying to find something that works. I don't know if it's a product problem or Jen's head problem, to be honest. But I did buy something there. I forget what it's called. I'll throw it up on the screen. It's like a spray. It's a light hold product, which I need because I have very, very fine hair. So heavy things really weigh it down. And I kind of like it so far. Although today's not been a good hair day. And of course it's not, because I have to go to the chiropractor today. So I actually have to go somewhere. So, of course I'm not having a good hair day. It's all good. Speaking of chiropractors, he's been working with me on my shoulder, which is still not happy with me. I think he's been adjusting it, hoping that whatever's wrong with it will respond to that. But if it doesn't, I believe he's gonna send me for an MRI and then recommend a shoulder expert to me. I think he's trying to get me to not go back to my previous ortho because they're surgeons and he knows that I want to avoid surgery at all costs. So, yeah. I think he's trying to help me alternatively, which I appreciate. Because I would like to avoid shoulder surgery. I've done that before. I would rather not do it again. Especially when I cannot pinpoint any one thing that I did to my shoulder. It just started hurting one day. Gotta love that. But yeah, work is working. I am preparing for a new training class. I have no idea what my next training class is. So I started work this morning thinking, okay, I am training this brand new curriculum, but I have about 2 weeks to prepare for it, right? It's a brand new curriculum. They've just come out with the whole scope. So I'm just, needing to review the material, make sure I understand it, all of that fun stuff. And then I get an email saying, oh, here, by the way, Jen, you're doing this other training class next week. And I was like, what now? That's new. So I messaged my supervisor. I'm like, am I in a class next week? And she's like, oh, yeah, there's a business need. The business need was the other trainer needed to be taken out of it for something that they're doing. I don't know what. Like, that's not really a business need, but okay. Either way. So I'm like, alrighty, well, I'm supposed to be getting ready for this other new class. But okay. Then, I don't know, about half an hour or so before I was going to come up here and film real quick, I got emails saying that I am no longer in said training class. So, like my cover paper, it's also from Admorsest. It's part of their their March release. I love it. It's cute. I might be able to get it off. There we go. Look at that, y'all. New section. Yes, so I need to check on that when I'm done here with y'all. Am I training this class or not? I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, you ended up getting a boring section of white, but that's okay. Is what it is. I'm still looking for other positions in my workplace because, as I've mentioned, I think I am mentally done with training. So I think it's time for me to try and move on from that, which is one reason why I wanted to do that boot camp that I did. Gain some other skills. So I think I did well with the boot camp. I seemed to have gotten a good grade on everything. Just waiting to hear the final call and figure out if I can, wait for my certificate of completion. But that was good news to hear that seemingly everything went well. Oh, there we go. So yeah, that's what's going on around here. Dealing with some other stuff that is just causing me to question many life choices. And just trying to keep it in perspective. Which is one reason why I decided to sit down and film this, even though I was like, oh, I don't know, I'm tired, and I don't know if I have the time. But sometimes it just helps me clear my mind to talk to y'all too. Whether or not you're there listening. If you're there listening, throw a comment for me. Make me feel like I'm not talking to myself, much like it is when I talk to my teenage kids. So, what else? Diamond painting stuff. I finished my row on my Aurora Borealis painting. Yay me. Which is why I'm doing this. I am still working on my 80s minis for the DP Mini Madness. That was another Whip Go goal, was to get some mini canvases done. I met both Whip Go goals. I got the row done on the Aurora Borealis, and I have done 3 mini canvases. So yay me, which I'll show y'all everything in my March wrap up. But I need to complete all 6 canvases in the set for the event. So I'm still working on it. So I met my Whip Go goal, but need to finish the event. I have not done much coloring recently. I keep meaning to sit down and do that. I want to finish that picture I was working on. Who kind of figured that the excitement for that was going to be short-lived? Raise your hand. Chime in. In case you haven't noticed, I have the tendency to squirrel. It's a very bad habit of mine. It gets me into trouble. But yeah, no, I'll finish it. And likely move on to the next, but I do have some diamond painting stuff I'm trying to get done too, so I think that's why I've been focusing on my diamond painting goals more this month. Still haven't cross-stitched much. I'm bringing that with me today when I go to the chiropractor though, because just in case I end up having to pick up Floof from practice, I'm going to need something to keep me occupied. His dad is supposedly picking him up, but just in case, I'm going to be prepared for having to wait for him. Because like I said earlier, he doesn't know when he's getting out, and his dad kind of needs that information before I do, because his drive is further. His dad generally picks him up on Tuesdays because he takes him to school Wednesday and Thursday so that I can go into work, because we're hybrid, so we have to report to the office twice a week. Starting next month, we have to report 3 times a week. So that's going to put a kink in my plans. I don't know. I guess that is much like Scarlett O'Hara. I won't think about that today. I'll think about that tomorrow. I already talked to his dad about it, though. I was like, yeah, I haven't. Just reminding you, yeah, starting next month, I'm supposed to go in the office more days a week, and I have no idea how we're going to work this. The reason why it's a big deal for me is because Floof's school is in the opposite direction from my workplace. My workplace is about 20 minutes away from my house, not bad, but in the other direction. So if I bring him to school and then turn around and go to work, not only am I not going to get there at the time that I generally like to start my day, and on training days need to start my day, but also because I've just doubled my commute. Well, tripled it, to be honest with you. So like I said, trying to figure that one out. Are any of you hybrid workers, and do you have school kids to bring to school? How do you work all that out? A couple tabbies here. Like I said, most of the time, well, not most, but on days I'm not training is not as big of a deal. But on days that I am training, it very much is, because of his school start time. Now, as the weather starts to clear up and it starts to warm up, I won't feel as bad taking him into school uber early. But on cool days, I don't like having him sitting outside waiting for 45 minutes before they let him in. So it's just, it logistically is a pain in the butt. But that being said, this coming week, what am I working on? I am aiming to finish this canvas so I can stick it in the frame. I know it's March already, but what the heck? Working on some more mini canvases. Maybe working on that coloring page. maybe cross stitching. What do you all have on the agenda? Any new projects? That one's got a curvy bottom. I don't, oh, it did stay. Okay, good. Sorry, I'm sitting here playing with my putty because I think I overfilled it. But you know what, to be honest with you, I think I like that a wee bit better, except for the fact that I do have to kind of fiddle with it a little bit more. But it's been working out better for me. And like I said, black dahlia doesn't tend to stick to the canvas as much, so I don't have that whole thing to worry about. I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. Well, like I said, didn't really expect today to be very long. I just wanted to hop on, say hi, and kind of ground myself a little bit. So I appreciate you all for joining me. Hopefully you have attempted some progress as well. I've made a bit of progress. I finished my little section I had going on up here and started a new one. Can't complain about that. I have some drills poking up. Hold on. There we go. That was out of your view, but they were sticking up. But thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you all. If you are not subscribed, please like and subscribe. Would love to see you back again. Leave a comment down below. Introduce yourself. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.